Well, the garage is almost done. The one thing that I do need yet is the interior sheet metal. So I actually purchased it on an auction site. So this is pretty exciting. I just won 3 foot by 10 foot, 100 sheets of it for $1,600. Unfortunately, I accidentally hit the button thinking I was hitting 1,300 and it switched to 16 on me because the next one sold for 1,200 and then it went to 1,500. So I probably paid the most, or yeah, I think I did pay the most out of all of them. I've been waiting on being able to do the inside of my garage until I got the metal for it. And that stuff at the store is about $35 a sheet. And with the buyer's premium, tax, and everything else, I'll be into it for about 20 bucks a sheet. So I saved about half the cost on what it's going to take to do the inside of my garage. So unfortunately, I have to spend the day driving down to, it's like going to be about 3 hours worth of driving to go pick up 100 sheets of white sheet metal for the interior. Well, somehow on my adventure here, Google has put me on a very, very long gravel road in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. So I don't know why it took me onto gravel roads instead of just getting me on the highway there, but well, so and sometimes online auctioning, when you think you're getting deals, you're just getting damaged. I don't know, with as many panels that are broken and damaged underneath and wrinkled up, I probably will get enough good panels that I could have paid full price at Menards and not wasted an entire day driving down here to get this crap. So, not really happy about that. But that's what online auctions do. They give you a really not great picture, and yeah, this is what you end up happening. You end up getting garbage. Well, that made for a long day. The sun is setting. I got my sheet metal here, but like I said, there's definitely some damaged spots on it. We'll have to see how many sheets are actually ruined. I know there's quite a few of them folded underneath the bottom there. So, online auctions, sometimes not as good a deal as you'd hope. Oh well, we'll make it. We'll make it work. So I took a few sheets off the top here, and I have a few sheets inside. So I'm down probably 10 sheets already, and you can still see missing paint and a roll of dents on all in all 3 places where they had the pallets kind of stacked on top of each other. So absolutely not impressed with that. But then I had another problem. All right, so this sheet metal I had already had on the corner over here in this mess. However, it's not the same color. This is a shinier, brighter white. And yeah, you can see all the dents in it here. And it's also not a 3 by 10 foot like it was advertised. This is a 300 centimeter by 90 centimeter panel. They're metric. So when I turn them sideways to run them this direction, they're not long enough to catch 2 of the beams. So this has really kind of screwed me over. I think what I'm gonna end up having to do is come in here with a 2x4 and put a 2x4 at each of these rails, and kind of like I did on this wall where I studded it all out. I was hoping not to do it to this wall, but I'm pretty sure this is my only option, is to throw 2x4s in there, and I'm going to run the panels vertically all the way around the inside of the building instead of running them horizontally. At the top, I'll probably shift and I'll turn the panel this direction to cover up that corner once I get that all finished and insulated. And so the wall will come up and it'll do that angle up to the truss. And then eventually I'll probably end up putting metal on top of the trusses like I did here. These are just storage panels for the extra pieces of metal I have. But boy, I just keep having problems with this building, from, you know, the hinge not being in the garage door kit, Like, I have to get 2 more hinges for this garage door to be completed. I had problems with my first bag of paint for the floor. I left a ladder outside and I had to replace one of the panels on the outside already because it fell over and dented it. Yeah, it's just been nonstop. Not great luck, but it's coming together. So I'm down the stack about 30 sheets, and the dents have seemed to have come out. There's no more dents really in it at this point. However, there's still rubbing between them where there's paint missing in 2 spots pretty much on every sheet. So I think I'm gonna be good till I get down to about here. And it looks like in this area is where the corners are gonna start to get messed up at. So there's quite a few good sheets in there. And even the ones that were dented, because I used them on the inside of the building, put the dents kind of up high and covered them up, and I don't think it looks that bad. So if I figure on the inside, I'm gonna have things hung on the walls and covered up with shelves. I started in this corner and I put shelves on the wall, and I'm not worried about it. There's, you know, definitely some dents in it, and there's marks in it all the way across, but I have intention of leaving shelving up against the wall, and with them on the top like that, obviously I couldn't throw them away. I paid $2,000 for it, so I have to use them, but it's gonna look fine. So I'm just happy that I'm finding some sheets that aren't damaged, because my whole intention of buying an entire pallet was to try and sell some of them so I didn't have to pay the full $2,000, because I don't need a full 100 sheets to do the interior. But if I can't sell them, I'll save them till I do my other garage, and then I'll have those sheets for the inside of the other garage. But either way, it's coming together. I got quite a bit accomplished. I managed to get another car in here and cleaned out a bunch of space. I'm currently still trying to get the corner sealed up at the top with some weather stripping. So I do kind of have everything pulled away from the wall at the moment, just so I can get back here and work. But it's gonna rain today, so I'm gonna have to try and finish this up tomorrow or the next day. And then I'll get the rest of the vapor barrier to cover all the way to the corner. And I'm gonna put a piece of wood all the way across the top, because I want to run a gutter, and the building really didn't have a good provision for how to hook a gutter up and have any kind of weight on it at all. It was just 2 pieces of metal coming together. So I went ahead and I'm putting 2x4s in all the way to the end so I can put a gutter on the roof. Other than that, yeah, it wasn't a total disaster, but just want to say, whenever you're looking at something at an auction, if you're going to spend any kind of money close to the value of what it would be to buy new, go make sure it's actually what it's worth. Yeah, I've gotten burned a few times, and I've also had amazing deals. Unfortunately, there was a couple people looking at that thinking that it was a great deal, because not realizing that it was damaged. The only people bidding on these ones were people that were online, and this was a live and online auction. So the fact that nobody raised a bid on site and every other bid came from the internet, I should have known there was something wrong with them.